This is Scott from ChangeUpMag.com, and you are watching ChangeUp TV with the funky, soulful band Shook. We're here with Shook, and I was just wondering, Baltimore is an up-and-coming music scene for young musicians like yourself. Where do you go and where do you perform for best value for the dollar in Baltimore City?
Obviously, the 8x10 is a spot to come. That's where we're at right now. 8x10 is where it's at. There's a lot of cool places popping up. Charles Village has a lot of cool places. They're getting a lot of recognition nationally for places. Joe Squared, the Auto Bar, 13th Floor, which we're playing at next week. It's just good to keep it up. Keep it sporadic, rather, you know what I mean? You don't want, like, the 8x10 is great, but you don't want to play there every month, you know what I mean?
You want to change up your venue, change up your fan base a little bit?
Right, you want to get to Federal Hill, to Canton, to Charles Village. You want to, you know, as far as Baltimore is concerned, like you're talking about, you know, so.
All right, I got a bit of a deeper question for you guys right now.
Okay.
You have to go to dinner with one person, future, past, or present. You got $20. Who would it be, and where would you go?
I would have to go with my man, Marvin Gaye. I would say I would take Marvin Gaye, probably to some pizzeria, and just sit down and chat with him, talk to him, music.
And just get a good vibe from him.
Get a good vibe from him, exactly, you know. So.
All right.
I would go with Jesus, and we would go eat at Lenny's in Pikesville because it's cheap. You can get 2-piece fried chicken and fries for like $5.60.
Jesus probably has a bunch of stories too.
He's got a lot of stories out here. He's very smart. So.
And yourself?
Yeah, I'd probably go with Billie Holiday. Like, I love her music, and like always, like I'm like in love with her. Like, I'm really like Britney, you know what I mean? Like, joking, but Billie Holiday's my girl, so I'd take her out. I don't know, wherever she wants to go, you know.
What's your musical influence?
All you guys would agree, like Prince, Marvin Gaye, James Brown, Sly and the Family Stone, early P-Funk, it's Earth, Wind and Fire.
Really funky types of bands.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel like right before you go on stage?
Nothing really.
I mean, I definitely do get a little nervous. Like, you can definitely feel it in the tummy for a little bit. Right before the show, you get like this real intense adrenaline. But after that, you know, once you sit and start playing, you're fine.
So, what about going on stage and performing in front of people, hundreds of people, however many people? What kind of feeling is that?
The more people, the better. Obviously, I mean, there's no question about that. As far the more, the merrier, and you know, right before you go on, it depends. It's just like anything else. What's going on around you? You know, if you're having a good time, you're having a good time. But usually, once you get on stage, you get your groove, and it's all good.
And let's talk a little bit about the sound of Shook. What do you bring to the audience? Why would you recommend coming to see a Shook show?
Well, we definitely want to, you know, provide like the high energy. We try to have, you know, real high energy during the show. Try to keep it going, and also try to keep it pocket. You know what I'm saying? Keep it, you know, keep it so everybody can still dance, but also get a feel for what we are. So we kind of like make it kind of homey to them, but we also bring it back and we play what we also do, like the funk and the disco kind of stuff like that.
You want to make sure that everyone's aware it's your style of music, but at the same time want people to get up, dance, recognize that it's a fun atmosphere, it's a party atmosphere.
Right, exactly, yep.
I think the sound is just something that's, of course it draws from a lot of the past, but it's just like a combination, it's a new synthesis, you know, it's a new sound. It's something that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily recognize, but they would get it. They'd get it real quick and they'd be like, wow, you know, I know where that's coming from, but that sounds really cool. You know, we draw from the funk, we draw from the psychedelic, draw from the dancing, you know, there's a lot of different influences, and I think that they all add up to something completely different.
That's a good answer to that question right there. Yeah, well spoken.
Shook #1! Woo! Woo!
This has been Scott from ChangeUpMag.com, and you're watching
ChangeUp TV. ChangeUpMag.com.